Time now for the morning rush. A man described as a nightmare neighbor is now being handled by the feds. Arthur Aragon is now in custody for reportedly throwing a Molotov cocktail at his neighbor. The feds charged Aragon with having a device that was not registered with the National Firearms and Transfer Record. His federal custody hearing is pending today.
The man convicted of shooting a UNM baseball player is scheduled to be sentenced for a separate shooting. Later on today, Darian Bashir killed Jackson Weller in 2019 outside of a Nob Hill bar. In February, he was sentenced to life in prison for that crime, but there was some confusion about Bashir appearing for another case for his sentencing because he was already transferred to the prison in Los Lunas. He is now scheduled to be sentenced later on this morning for a shooting that took place earlier before the other incident.
Jessica Kelly will be sentenced today, is scheduled to rather, for her role in the death of Victoria Martins. Kelly agreed to face 44 years as part of a plea deal. Now she, her cousin Fabian Gonzalez, and Victoria's mother Michelle Martins, they were arrested in 2016. Now the 10-year-old girl was murdered and dismembered at her West Side ALBUQUERQUE apartment. Kelly pleaded no contest to child abuse resulting in death, aggravated assault, and tampering with evidence.
The mayor is looking to add more detectives to APD's homicide unit. As of right now, the homicide unit is currently staffed with 13 detectives. They want to bring that number up to 16. The funding for new detectives would be included in the mayor's fiscal budget. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. Temperatures are cool to start. You'll need some extra layers for the morning, but it is going to be a warm afternoon. However, those winds are going to get gusty. We'll see winds gusts over 30 miles per hour.
Hundreds of New Mexicans still living in evacuation shelters or in other relatives' homes this morning because of wildfires ripping through their community. The Calf Canyon Hermits Peak fire is now burning more than 60,000 acres. For the past few weeks, at least a dozen volunteers have been delivering food and other necessities to those affected by the fires.
For right now, some residents near the Hermits Peak and Calf Canyon fires, they are back home, but officials are cautioning them to stay on alert. Fire crews brought the containment up to 33% yesterday. That was from the previous 20%. The merged Hermits Peak and Calf Canyon fires have now burned nearly 61,000 acres.
Fire crews are continuing their fight this morning on the more than 50,000 acre blaze that's burning north of Las Vegas. The Cooks Peak fire is now 33% contained. Firefighters are securing fire lines and bracing for more difficult firefighting conditions as the winds are expected to pick up this week.
As for the Cerro Pelado fire burning east of Jemez Springs, there is finally some containment this morning. That's now at 5% and almost 6,000 acres burned. Fire managers say that they've been able to make progress in the last couple of days with the decent weather giving them a window to tackle that fire from the sky. Erica.
And here's a look at the threat index. It's high across the state as we see winds picking up and high fire danger for all of New Mexico this afternoon.
A warning from the state to New Mexico's largest school district: cut jobs and consolidate classes. Those are just some of the changes the Legislative Finance Committee is recommending that APS adopt. It's all in response to a drop in enrollment and budget issues. We have a link to the full report and the district's response on our website. That's KRQE.com.
The Las Cruces Planning and Zoning Commission voted unanimously to deny a New Mexico pharmacy that's right near a school to sell marijuana. Farm True in Las Cruces says that they want to expand from CBD products to cannabis now that it's legal to sell in New Mexico. They applied for an exemption to the rule but were denied. The owners of the Farm True say that they plan to appeal that decision. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on the morning drive. Traffic is slowing down on I-25 near Candelaria due to a broken down vehicle. And here's a look at Tracker going east on I-40 near 6th Street, where things are filling up but still moving along.
Well, the softball player in Kansas has to play the game a little bit differently than most. Carly Myers plays outfield for the Cherryvale Chargers, and she was born with only one arm. And when a ball comes her way, she's able to catch it, drop her glove, and then immediately make a throw. Definitely putting her skill set to some great, impressive works right there.
Absolutely. True inspiration.
Time for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. A pair of one-of-a-kind sneakers could win a New Mexico high school $50,000 for their arts program. Deming High School students Luna Robledo and Abigail Carrion designed the Vans. They were chosen as one of the top 50 schools in the nation to compete in the Vans Custom Culture Competition. They need your vote to win. Go to our website for more details.
And number 4, happening today, Jessica Kelly is scheduled to be sentenced for her role in the death of Victoria Martins. Kelly agreed to face 44 years as part of a plea deal. Now she, her cousin Fabian Gonzalez, and Victoria's mother Michelle Martins, they were arrested in 2016. The 10-year-old girl was murdered and dismembered at her West Side ALBUQUERQUE apartment. As part of that deal, Kelly would testify against Gonzalez. Gonzalez's trial is set for July.
And at number 3, we see high fire danger across the state today as winds pick up from the southwest, drawing in drier air. We'll see wind gusts at 30 to 40 miles per hour in the metro.
And number 2, hundreds of New Mexicans are still living in evacuation shelters this morning, unable to return to their homes because of the wildfires ripping through their communities. The Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire is now burning more than 60,000 acres. At least a dozen other volunteers are still delivering food and other necessities to those affected by the fires. One family we spoke to evacuated from their home in Ensenal near Mora. They left there almost a week ago.
Finally, number 1 for you this hour, a warning from the state to New Mexico's largest school district. Cut jobs and consolidate classes. Those are just some of the changes the Legislative Finance Committee is recommending that APS adopt. It's all in response to a drop in enrollment and budget issues. The report states that a 17% drop in enrollment over the last decade is due to declining birth rates, increased enrollment at charter schools, and the effects of the pandemic.